you tired of having losing trades? Are you tired of taking loss after loss? Are you tired of blowing accounts? Trust me, I've been there. I have lost a lot of money in the industry, and I had a lot of painful experiences I wish I didn't have if I had somebody there to pass on some experience and knowledge to me. Hey guys, I'm going to be sharing the top three things most beginner traders miss out when they start off their journey. I hope this turns some of you around from making some mistakes I did, and I hope it makes your trading journey better. Let's get started with the video. So I've summed up the important things traders should note when they're beginning into three main topics. So the first one is your model. You as a trader, like your earlier days are better spent trying to figure out your model, trying to craft your model. You have learned, you have seen, okay, whatever trading style, break and retest, Fibonacci, trend lines, ICT, SMC, whatever it may be. Now it's up to you to sculpt it to fit your taste. And yeah, now under the model, you need to pay attention to, does the trading do you have a trading style that fits your personality? Do you like to wait long, to wait for trades, or to hold trades? Do you think that's better for you? Maybe you don't like the idea of entering a trade and getting stopped out like in 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes? You prefer having time to process what's going on, or you don't like waiting that long? You want to, that's basically you want it to be a swing trader, uh, swing position, intraday, or a day trader or a scalper. So you just choosing what works for you. You need to know what elements you need for your trade. You need to know, okay, I want to see this, I want to see a fair value gap, I want to see an order block, I want to, whatever you want to see, you need to clearly state it out. And then you now need to backtest. You need to backtest what the model that you would like to use, or whatsoever models that catch your interest. Put them through testing, run them through multiple trades, multiple time frames, multiple um, pairs, or whatever asset class you want to use, so you know what it works well with. This will give you confidence in your model. This will let you know, learn more about your model, and even learn more about yourself. So when you do that, now you look at the data, you know when when is when does my trade likely fail? Is it maybe I take more losses in London or New York, or I take more losses on a particular day, maybe Friday, or how many losses in a row can come out from this model? How many losses in a row can you take? Ideally, you have to be realistic. For most people, it's three. If they have 3 losses in a row, they would start losing trust in their model. You'll start doing funny stuff. So you need to know all that. That is all there is for model. So let's get to the next one. Up next, we have risk management. This is very important. When I learned how to trade, I used to think I was invincible, and oh, I've learned this fancy PDRA, I've learned this fancy tool, I'm never going to lose, right? Nah, that's not how it works, man. You are going to lose. You are going to lose, and it's going to hurt a lot. It's going to hurt a lot. It will make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. Hmm? So you need to put your risk management in check. Risk management would save you. It will save you. Now, some people go for a more consistent approach where they take every trade with the same risk. Some people are more like variable depending on the equity of the account. I personally go for the variable one. I can't, if let's say you're trading a prop firm, right? Most of you know prop firms, and your maximum loss is 10%. You ideally, if you're risking 1% per trade, it's good. It's good to risk 1% per trade, but you only have 10 shots. After 10 losses, you're gone. You'll be like, oh, I tested my model. Yes, rightfully, if anybody's following their model back tested and with data, they shouldn't lose 10 losses in a row. But then we're human beings, we're not robots. We tend to make mistakes, and we tend to, sometimes get up all crazy up here, emotions and all that. So those are the factors that could lead to having 10 losses in a row, and you need to be realistic. So here's what I do. I learned it from good people on YouTube. I've learned from people's experiences trading and all that. So I would suggest, this is an instance, you can craft it however you like. Um, if you're below, if you are break even, you starting off, you start with 0.5%. This is like a conservative approach. Starting with 0.5%. If I trade up to 1%, I can go up to 1% risk. So that if I lose, I come back to break even, go back to 0.5. If I start 0. If I go up 0.5% and I trade 1%, I'm going to drawdown. And you could even try to get to 2% first before you increase to 1%, so you don't keep going in that loop. In case you make it and you lose, you're going to be increasing and dropping your risk. When you are now below break even, you still use 0.5%. So you are up to maybe -3, for instance, -3%, you can go down to 0.25%. And that's it. It will be very difficult for you to lose your account. So all these things are to save you and give you more chances at the market, because once your equity is still there, you always have another chance. It's always another trade. But when there's no money, that's game over. Bye bye. You are gone. You understand? So let's get to the next one. Now, the next and final one is the bulk of it. Before I even get to that, I forgot to mention the last topic. You hear people say something like, "Oh, if you're risking small, you're not going to make it. And you have to risk big. You need to make mama proud. You need to put that one lot size at 0.05, 0.8. It's not, bro. You need to just chill. If you keep doing that, that's gambling, man. Because if you keep doing that and you lose, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your pockets. You're hurting your mama back at home, because it's gambling. Okay, let's say you do it and you actually make a lot of money. Trust me, definitely one day you're going to lose, and you're going to lose a lot. It's better you even do it and you lose. I've been there before. I give you guys like a personal story, quick one. When I started out, I had the live account. And I traded good for the day. I made money for that day. And I remember showing my friend, like, who was there, and he was like, "Oh, you're doing okay. I should just not trade again. Trust me now. Like, I'm making money. I know what I'm doing. Okay, why should I stop? I should continue, so that by tomorrow I would have even doubled what I made, right?" Told him, okay, I'm not going to trade again. I kept my phone. When he went to sleep, I picked up my phone again. Went to what was it? USD MXN, USD Mexican peso. I don't know who traced that or why. I saw it. I think I saw it on the internet somewhere. I said, okay, let me just try, and I did it around when the new daily candle was supposed to come. Man, bro, I couldn't put a stop loss in. The spreads were crazy. I was like, I lost what I made ×3. I couldn't sleep. I was just looking at this account running in red, like, God, please, just let it just go. I won't try this again. Bro, I lost it. I closed it in huge loss. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, on to the third topic. The third topic is your psychology. You need to understand yourself. You need to know yourself as a human being. You need to know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. What works for you? What works for me? What works for you? What works for you? What works for another person? There are people who might have there are some common things amongst human beings, like, okay, of course, you shouldn't keep trading. Okay, you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to risk 1% per trade or 0.5% per trade. You now go ahead to take 5 trades in a day. Bro, okay, if let's say you win all the 5 trades, but there'll be a day you do that and you lose all the 5 trades. What's going to happen then? Trading doesn't work, right? This thing doesn't work. I need to find another strategy. Oh, you hop into another strategy, call it shiny object syndrome. If you're doing that, you better stop it. Because you're not going to go anywhere. Trust me. So you need to also be aware of that. Whatsoever you're doing, stick to one method. Stay there. Put in the work. Have data. When you have data and you see it's not working, then you can now change. You make informed decisions. You don't just jump based on emotions, like, oh, it's not working, you jump to the next. You understand? Don't go trading 5 trades a day. It's going to be difficult, but you need to stop these bad trading habits. You need to stop. So even people that are scalpers, maybe they trade like 2-3 setups 2 3 trades a day, and that's all. Because some people can take it. I personally I cannot. I cannot stand taking 3 losses in one day. What they do is they spread their risk. Whether I spread my risk or not, I don't like the idea of my stop loss being hit 3 times in a day. So I adjust. You need to be aware of that. You need to know, okay, when you should sit out. When you have other things bothering you in life, you shouldn't trade. Imagine having a breakup and you still want to trade. You want to revenge. You want to. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Even if you're having a very bad day, you're very stressed, you should avoid that. I hope these points have been insightful. I hope it connects. I hope you've learned something because these are things I wish I knew back in the day. I wish there was somebody to tell me, but experience is a good teacher, very good teacher, but you don't really have to always go through the experience before you learn. So there you have it, guys. 3 important things you should not miss out as a beginner in trading. Well, it doesn't mean that does not say there are other things you should, but these are the main things that I know will play like a huge role in your development. Of course, there are other things like you have your technicals, your fundamentals, but they most likely fall into some of these categories, like having news on your side when you are taking trades. You want to know if your model requires that. So you see, they still work together with the things I mentioned. And that being said, okay, we can recap the 3 of them. The 3 things were again, once again, were your model, then your risk management, then your psychology. You need to take note of them. So, guys, we come to the end of another video. I'll also be leaving I have a Telegram channel where I will be sharing like trading sites, tips, on a weekly basis. Let's see how it goes. The link will be in the description. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share, and drop comments what you think, what you've learned. If you learned anything, I would really love to know. And what you would like to see videos on, I would really like to hear from you guys. So stay consistent, stay cool. Catch you in the next video, guys.